Hi, welcome back to my studio for another Made by Alex McQuade video. In today's tutorial we're going to be making these quirky birds. We're going to look at a range of different techniques from needle felting to wire work to little bits of hand embroidery, and also some unique ways in which I add the beak and the wings to the bird. As always, this is just a guide, so please freestyle as much as you'd like. To begin this project, I decided to make a little collage using different materials of what I'd like to make, vague idea of what I'd like the bird to look like. So once I'd done that, I decided to start with the feet. The feet are always the fiddliest part of the make, so I use a binding wire to do this. And what I'm doing is I'm creating 3 little toe shapes out of the wire. So I've left a nice amount of wire before I start those 3 little toes, but I'm slowly making the 3 toe shapes, and then I'm threading through the excess wire from the beginning through the little loops that have formed in the first 2 toes. I'm then making a little toe for the back of the foot. So again, it's just a little loop. I'm using the ruler as a guide. The toes are about 1 centimetre long in size. The wire that I started with and the excess wire I've twisted together. I'm then twisting each of the individual toes . Like I say, this is definitely the fiddliest part of the project, and I probably made about 5 little feet before I had a pair that I was completely happy with. Now I then insert a piece of steel wire 0.9mm thick, and I'm using this because I'd like to attach my creatures to wooden plinths. So what I do is I thread it through the foot where I find a little hole. I wrap the leg around the wire. So you can see that I've got excess wire sticking out the end of those 2 bird feet, and those are the pieces of wire that will go into the wooden plinth. I'm then making a very basic guide for the body shape, and I'm using a pipe cleaner to do this, just a standard pipe cleaner, and I've cut out a little template from my initial collage just to give me a guide on size. Now the bird I'm making I know will end up a little bit bigger than this bird on the collage, but that's absolutely fine. So just twisting that pipe cleaner into place, and then I've got my basic bird shape, a little guide for me to wrap the wool round. So the pipe cleaner is brilliant because the core wool that I'm using now is the base for my needle felt, attaches and wraps to the pipe cleaners really nicely. So I use a wrapping technique initially, and I wrap fairly tightly. That way I don't have to do as much work with the needle. The core wool that I use for the core of all my creations likes to hold its shape together nicely. So I'm starting now to use the needle, and I'm starting off with a 36 triangle needle. That's my normal starting place, just to work this core wool. And again, I'm now wrapping a little bit around the leg area just to help hold those legs in place. And again, a little bit more work with the needle. So now I'm starting to add some shape to this basic bird that I've got here. I'm making little rectangle pieces of felt, folding them together and then adding them. So I'm adding pieces now to create a nice bird shape. I'm not worrying at this stage about any lumps and bumps. I'm just thinking about that basic bird form. So folding little pieces of wool together and then adding them on. Again, lots of work with the needle. Obviously, this is a time-lapse video in lots of places, so the needlework looks very fast. So to speed up this process of getting the basic bird shape, I am now using 2 needles, and I like to use 2 38 star needles. Again, I'm adding a little bit more wool to the sides of the bird now. So thinking about the bird from a 3-dimensional point of view, how it's going to look from each angle, and I want to keep it fairly symmetrical. So really, it's a case of working a little bit of wool at a time, just adding on in places, working away, referencing the little collage as well. This little bird is looking down at something, so I'm looking at that shape and the angle, gradually adding more pieces, creating the shape that I'd like. So I've worked for quite some time with the needle here, and it's gradually coming together, forming a nice bird shape. So now I want to add some colour to this bird, and what I'm doing is I'm pinching off a little bit of wool. So we've got a Berkshire wool in the light grey and then a carded bats in the blue colour. And what I do is I pinch a little bit off of each, and then I kind of play with them in my fingers, pulling and mixing them together. So I'm blending those colours together and then laying them onto the bird and needle felting them in. And what I like about this is that you get a nice kind of painterly effect. So just like my collage really, it isn't a solid colour. So I wanted to blend these 2 colours together. I'm now working on the underside of the bird, and I'm blending together an antique rose colour and the grey again. Working away with the needle, just creating this lovely painted effect on the bird using the wool. I've popped it into a wooden block here because this just helps me move it around, keeping an eye on the shape. Now I'm going to prepare the wings. So I'm cutting 2 pieces of wire. They're approximately 15 centimetres long, and then I'm just folding them into a basic wing shape. And then I twist the ends of the wire together, like so. And then I've folded the ends of the wire so they're at a 90-degree angle. Now these pieces of wire will be inserted into the side of the bird to attach the wings at a later stage. So now I'm wrapping these wings in some scrim. So I use PVA glue to attach the scrim to the wire frames. I like to add plenty of PVA glue because it rusts nicely as it dries, and I like the effect that you get. I'm now shaping a piece of aluminium wire to create my little beak. So I've used the hammer on the end there, and then the other end I've cut with the snips at a sharp angle so I can insert it easy into the beak position later. I'm now adding some embroidery detail to the tail of the bird. So just a standard cotton here, and I'm working on just the top surface of the needle felt. So just carefully adding some stitch detail. And then I go all the way through to the back to start and finish, and I've changed colour here because I wanted a couple of shades of brown just to add interest to that tail area. And where I started and ended the cotton, I've added a little bit of blue and grey felt over the top to hide the knots. I'm now inserting the beak by making a little hole at the front, adding some super glue to the wire, and then carefully pushing that beak inside and letting it dry. I'm adding a little bit of black Berkshire wool around the base of the beak and then securing it with the needle. Now when I shaped that beak using the hammer, it took a little bit of the black colour off of the aluminium wire, so I'm just painting it here with a little bit of black acrylic paint. And now I've added some eyes. So I've used my normal technique of the pins coloured black using a Sharpie pen. And I do this so I can move them around the bird before I decide on a final place that I'd like them to be. And then I either glue them into place or I replace them with beads. I'm now adding some spots to the underside of the bird. And to do this, I take just a little pinch of the wool, layer it over the top and just use the very tip of the needle to start to insert it. And then I take the scissors and snip away the excess and back to the needle and then felt in that little bit on the surface, and you create some really nice little dots using that technique. I'm now preparing my bird's wings, so they've dried now and I'm cutting off the excess scrim. And I've cut one of the pieces of wire away, so I only need to insert one piece of wire into the bird's body. And then just getting them into position now. I've added a little bit of wool to these birds' wings just to soften them. So inserting, using a little bit of super glue to secure. And I found a little piece of driftwood here, and I've used my drill to create 2 holes so we can stand on the driftwood and then onto his wooden plinth. Just like so. And overall, I'm actually very pleased with him. I really like the effect with the wool, so creating that nice painterly effect by blending the different colours of wool together. And I like the mixed media elements, and I've just given it a little flower there. So that's what it's bending down to see, pecking away at that little flower. And there's the original collage that I worked to. I also like that these are quirky birds, so there's no rules on colour. You can do exactly as you please. So it's a really good opportunity to experiment and have fun. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, maybe even learnt something new. If you'd like to see more makes like this, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. Or if you've got any comments, please pop them below. But for now, thanks again. I'm Alex McQuade.